I'm so sorry I voted for Trump.
I don't know if it's just me or what, but I was so excited for Trump to get back into office. For what? For what? I mean, prices are still bad. They're rising. Hell, everybody's struggling. I mean, wasn't he supposed to help us? Wasn't he supposed to? But he's not worried about us because, I mean, he's balling. He's rich. He ain't worried about it. So, I mean, I just don't understand. I went from supporting him to, what are you doing for us?
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. I have a construction company, and not a fucking thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. Nothing but white boys. It takes 4 days to do a one-day job. I might have fucked up.
Screw the Republican Party. I've been a Republican since I was 18 years old. I'm 62 now, and I'm embarrassed to say I've stuck it out this long. The last 10 years have been enough of this crap. Support me. Hit all those buttons on the right-hand side of your screen. Follow me. Leave me a comment. Repost this. Every Republican that I know right now, I'm trying to get flipped over to the Democratic Party. Join me in this effort, please. It's the only way we're going to get these idiots out of office.
If you initially voted for Trump and now regret your choice, I need to see you at the forefront of all of the efforts against him. I need to see you showing up to protests, speaking about it, because you know what you did? You worked against all of the efforts that we put in to try and show everybody what the danger was. You tried to reverse all of that when you placed that vote, okay? So now you need to put in that work to try and help us. I'm not sitting here trying to make you feel bad, trying to put you down and shame you, okay? That's for another day. You can do that on your own time. My point here is, yes, you made a mistake. You did a bad thing. And now if you recognize that, it's time to take the step forward and help us fix it.
All right, Trumpers, come and get me, fuck faces. Here we go. Listen, Donald Trump and his tariffs are back at it. I don't understand why, because here's the thing. You and me are paying for these damn tariffs. And here's the thing. Let me break it down for you MAGA freaks, okay? When you go to the grocery store and the shit is more expensive, you go buy a can of beans and the beans is normally $1 and now they're $2, you're paying for the tariffs because the companies are not eating it. And Donald Trump is saying that we've raked in billions, if not trillions of dollars on tariffs. Why are we not being transparent with where this money's going? Not only that, he's also talking about implementing more tariffs throughout the world, which is also going to create more job loss, just like with John Deere laying people off, Walmart laying people off. The company that I work for, we are going on a hiring freeze starting next month. We are not hiring any more bodies. They will shift people around where I work because of Donald Trump's tariffs. We're getting a week off for Thanksgiving. We're getting a week off for Christmas. We've already been told that. The place that I work, we work 24/7, 7 days a week. That building runs, but not off Donald Trump. So tell me how we're fucking thriving. If you think we're thriving, you are delusional. Go look at yourself in the mirror because you're crazy.
For many MAGA supporters, economic frustration was always a major drive of their, allegiance. Promises of restoring jobs, cutting taxes, protecting domestic industries, America first, pushing back globalist policies that they believe left working class America behind. But in recent times, these promises have been crushed more sharply with lived reality. Rising cost, inflation, housing affordability, and what feels like policy promise unmade. The result is increasingly bitter disillusionment among the base when you're told change is coming and it doesn't come.
The MAGA cult is starting to splinter. There is a crack in their foundation that has come from the JE files. One thing about MAGA is their rhetoric was always on point. They always parroted the exact same thing, no matter what, but they're not doing that anymore. If you go over onto Twitter, you will see people who are diehard MAGA, diehard Trump supporters saying different things. People are questioning their loyalty to Donald Trump and if this whole thing has been an entire scam, stating grocery prices really aren't going down and they've just been saying it. Gas prices are the same, stating that he has been saying there are going to be arrests for many years and nothing has happened. Others are stating that his loyalists are no longer loyal anymore. People like Pam Bondi and Dan Bongino and Kash Patel are worthless, and they are going to be the reason that this administration fails. But they are saying this administration is going to fail. Then you have the tried and trues who are talking about anything that he is talking about, stating promises made, promises kept, and they're okay moving on from the JE files. Either way, there is a crack in the foundation, and they are not parroting the exact same thing anymore. They are not as united as they have been in the past, and that is huge.
And I do believe the Republicans up there on Capitol Hill, including Daddy Nappy Pants, have fucked around, baby. And even the red hats out here in the streets know the deal. No matter how bad the Republicans on the Hill want you to believe that it was a Democrat, even going to the interwebs, baby, to post on all federal websites, by the way, about how it's a Democratic shutdown that's at play. Oh, no, you see, because a poll came out today. We'll call this the FAFO fucking shutdown poll. Because, you see, they polled red hats, baby. Just Republicans, the MAGA crew out here across our lands. They wanted to know who do they think's to blame today for the shutdown. And you know what they had to say to the tune of 77% of those that were polled? Yes, baby. They said this shutdown is completely on Daddy, the White House, and the Republican, honey. Only 22% thought it had anything to do with a Democrat. How about that? So once again today, I will say with my full chest in a big kind of way, welcome to the Republican shutdown, baby. All this shit is on Orange Daddy. I do love a good fuck around and find out Friday. Try again, you orange hoe, because we already know. And we're telling people far and wide from sea to sea.
Hey, Mega, I've compiled a list of ways that your president has ruined the American economy to the point of no return. So I'm going to be rapid firing that so your simple brain can go ahead and comprehend the damage you've done to the United States with your vote. Without further ado, let's dive in. The tourist economy is at an all-time low, specifically for any state that voted red, because countries are specifically boycotting red states in the United States, as previously mentioned, but also the United States as a whole has been deemed unsafe to travel to because we are on a global genocide watch list. And a lot of countries are advising their citizens not to come to the United States specifically because of ICE kidnappings. And Vegas is a perfect example of that. It is a ghost town. They've already laid off majority of bellhops and valets. They've just announced massive layoffs, and most CEOs, CFOs, and COOs are now completely resigning from these monstrous Vegas hotels. On top of our president defunding the Center for Disease Control, the Food and Drug Administration, and the Environmental Protection Agency, he has also defunded the Department of Education, the National Weather Association, FEMA, Medicaid, and food stamps. And this is what the kicker is, right? Everybody in the entire world, and I literally mean the entire fucking world, understands the concept of taxation. You tax everybody in this specific country, so you have a pool of resources to ensure that the people you tax have access to programs like free healthcare, like free education, like upgraded infrastructure, unemployment, and where applicable, bailouts for things like whiskey companies going under, automotive manufacturers, or unemployment for every single fucking state. Every single country in the world understands that the taxes you collect from the citizens are for the citizens. The only people who cannot register this concept are, in fact, Republicans in the United States. And what the fuck? Let me just paint this picture crystal clear for all the Magladites who refuse to accept reality as if that's going to somehow stop it from happening to them. The fall of America is not going to be the fall of the United States of America. There's no revolution or civil war coming. There's not a hostile takeover by a fascist dictator, even all-out anarchy for that matter, because red states don't have the economy to launch any type of war in defense or support of the current administration. And do you want to know why? Because blue states are the American economy. We make the American economy. We are donor states. And they call us donor states because we pay federal taxes that bail you guys out. You are the very welfare babies that you try to vote against. And at some point, we are going to get tired of you perpetually voting against your own self-interest. And just like the rest of the world, we're going to cut you the fuck off. We're going to stop paying federal taxes and you're going to be forced to live in squalor and poverty. And your president is not coming to save you. You think the man who cut your children's education so he could build a $200 million golden ballroom is going to save you? The man who cut your food stamps so he could have a $91 million military parade or a $31 million security detail so he could go fucking golfing is going to come and save you? No, nobody is coming to save you. Do you understand that? When you can't eat the food because it's too poisonous, you can't grow it because your soil is poisoned, you can't fish it because your lakes and rivers are, you're breathing in the poison. And then when you get so sick from your fucking government poisoning you, you're not going to be able to work. You won't have any unemployment to collect, you won't have food stamps to feed you your poisonous fucking food, and you won't have health care to treat you. You better hope to dear God that a tornado or a flood takes you out, because the alternative is dying a slow, sick, impoverished death in the version of America that you fucking voted for.
It feels like things are getting hard. Giving up or stepping back becomes a coping strategy. Now, what we are seeing is MAGA breakup because the promise, was not met. What they promised, it was not delivered. Then it comes to, a breaking up. That's what's happening. Because whatever they were expecting, nothing is happening. Costs are rising. Prices are skyrocketing. Things are going worse than even before. So that's why there is MAGA breakup, because some are seeing that what they did is not, really what they were expecting, because they were expecting high, but what they're getting is nothing from what they expected. What we are seeing here is that MAGA, they were expecting things to go down. Prices, cost of living, house and everything going down. But what they have seen with their own eyes is that every policies is affecting them. Whatever policy they voted for, it is affecting them. Let's start from cost of living and inflation. They are crushing real incomes because many Americans are seeing the prices of essentials, food, energy, housing rise faster than their wage polls. Show that even among Republican and MAGA aligned voters, a larger portion blame current leadership, for rising costs when what you earn doesn't stretch like it used to. Hope for improvement starts to wane. So it means when they were voting, they were expecting to see the cost of living dropping, expecting just prices to go down like very fast. But right now, what they are seeing is totally different from what they were expecting. Yes, it's totally from what they are expecting. So their wage is not met with the bills. They have a lot of bills. So it is not only the MAGA, but even many Americans are facing with such reality. But these MAGA voters, man, they are the one who voted for it. They voted for tariffs. You guys, you don't know that tariffs will make the prices to go up. Because things, if they are coming from the foreign country, coming to the United States have imposed tariffs on those goods. So it remains the usual price used to buy is not going to be the same. Do you know who is going to be affected? The consumer, you. So MAGA, they have never realized that things will reach at this point. They have never realized that they will face such reality. When they voted tariffs, they thought at least punishing China, punishing Mexico, punishing even other countries. But you guys, you've never realized that these tariffs will affect America first. All right, you voted for the tariffs because you wanted America first. Let's talk about this point. America first. It is a good policy. Nice one. Nice policy, the best. But then if you see the implementation, it's quite, shocking. Because if it's America first, and then you see the government is funding Argentina with 20 billion US dollars of bailouts, then farmers are suffering. Oh, is it America first? Are we really saying America first, or we just saying America first on our mouth, words only? Because in action, there is no America first. Industries. If you ever seen an industry coming back, like let's talk about big industries coming back to the United States, manufacturing their product, just type in the comment section. Tell me if you have ever seen a big industry coming back to the United States to offer jobs. You never said. So if we talk about America first, man, this policy, when they explain to you, is better, is the good and best policy. But then if it puts in action, we're not seeing anything comes near to America first. Yes, you see farmers right now, they are asking for bailouts. We need bailouts. From what? From people's taxes. But then these farmers was the base that was supporting all the policies. They supported deporting immigrants. And they forgot that they use immigrants in their farms. Then they got affected. You voted for tariffs. Okay, that's better. Then you ignored that your biggest market with your soybeans is China. You completely ignored. So if you completely ignore that your market is China, then who is going to buy your soybeans? China will shift their eyes to Brazil. Recently, we've seen how Argentina is going to dominate the market because they got the bailout. They have removed the taxes. Then you American farmers are the ones suffering, taking people's taxes to Argentina to bail out them. They knew you're still there, waiting for bailouts. It's okay, you're going to get the bailout. But then, what's next? It's people's taxes you're using. And you're the one who voted against your own interests. Tariffs, deportation. Man, this is so crazy. So, if we see the breakup, it means these people, what they were expecting is not there. They are not meeting with their expectation. So it means, man, it's crazy for them right now because they don't know what's next. We've seen many MAGA voters suffering, leaving MAGA, doing different things, expressing emotions on the internet, regretting because they did wrong. They did wrong. They did wrong. They really did wrong because every policies they've believed, man, I've never seen any policy that was benefiting them because it's crazy. So MAGA messaging often hinges on delivering radical improvement, tariffs to bring back manufacturing, tax cut that benefits everyday people, stronger safety nets for those left behind. But then, those policies either don't deliver as expected, produce unintended consequences, or delayed disappointment sets in. Many feels policies have favored the wealthy or been hampered by trade-off rather lifting up the average person. You see? Then they call it a broken promise. But then, if we call it a broken promise, is really a broken promise? Or you guys, you've never realized that before, because it was clear message that things will not go the way you're expecting. Let's talk about it. If you talk about tariffs, when you look at the bigger picture, it was not going to benefit you like you, MAGA. It was not going to benefit you like the way you're expecting. That's the first thing. Second one, it have reached to a point of trade wars, which have caused like many small American businesses to collapse. Some American businesses are not really, working like the way they used to do. You see, all those policies, like the way always people tell you, it was in Project 2025 for you to read carefully and know exactly what's going to happen the next 4 years. Not just after a few months coming out and then cry, saying, oh, we never know, things will be like this. No way, you're the one who did it. You're the one who voted for that. So why? Man, it is so crazy and very hard to understand. But the breakup is here, and MAGA, they have seen that, man, they went wrong. Things are not going the way they expected. Things are not really moving like the way they thought. They thought things would be, oh, well, nice. But then they found out that, man, these were not things we voted for. So the broken promises, many things, whether you cry, whether you do what, still it is affecting you.